Hello and welcome back to the R33 Homestead. We're out here today in the garden and we are picking our 10-year-old Kentucky pole beans. Grown from seed back when, baby?
Started these seeds in March.
In our dining room.
Yeah, and we weren't sure because I had this big container, old popcorn container, that I really didn't have the seeds preserved right, and but I had these old seeds. I did have it marked and they were over 10 years old.
Yeah,
so
amazing.
We started them in the dining room. They did germinate, and look at this.
First harvest.
Yes.
First harvest.
And they're coming along.
Good. Yeah.
I wish I could give some credit, but we did find several people on Pinterest that gave us this idea to take a cattle panel and use this hoop and to grow vertically. And growing vertically when you're using these above ground, what do you call it, baby? When you're
Hugelkultur,
yes,
raised gardening.
Yeah, but growing vertically really does give you more space to grow. And then especially when you're doing pole beans. And this is so easy to do. And look at our harvest.
You just reach right in here. I don't mean to interrupt, baby.
Yeah,
just reach right in here and you just squeeze the little heads off. Pull it out, and there's your pole bean.
And you can just snack on them right away, too.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Most of the time we eat them raw out here in the garden. They never make it inside the house, but luckily we had enough pop. We're actually going to be able to feed all of us some nice green beans tonight.
And that's one of the joys, too, about organic gardening. We don't use any pesticides or herbicides. Everything that we use as far as also fertilizing, we use from our rabbits. And so nothing that we use to grow is nothing but natural. Sometimes we do have
all natural
spots on our vegetables, but hey, we just share with nature too.
Yeah.
So, if a bug wants to share in our harvest, but the flavor, right, Liz?
Oh, it's so good.
It is.
It is delicious. And that's what Mom and I usually do. We usually end up until today with a little strainer basket full, and half of them are eaten before we even get in the house, so there's not enough really to cook. Yeah. They're usually putting a salad or a little ranch dressing the next day.
Especially these immature.
Yeah.
They're just so
they're yummy.
Tender. But what I love too about the hoops is they're just hanging down and you can see the blooms. And we're just really going to have a nice harvest this year.
We really are.
Of our green beans.
Everything is doing fantastic. The tomatoes are getting ready to explode. And if you look closely over here, we're probably the only property in our county, but we got ourselves a little bourbon bush going on over here too, and I don't know how that happened, but it looks like pretty ripe for the picking. I'm going to go ahead and pick this and enjoy it. You guys have a blessed 4th of July weekend. We'll see you on the next video.